Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can the person in the back hear me? Is it okay? Alright, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming down to the presentation of the new MUTIS funds. I know it's kind of late, so I'll try to keep this short. We have about slightly less than 100 slides. So anyway, I'm here obviously to present to you the new MUTIS Commodities Fund. So I know some of you guys might not know so much about commodities, so I'll just try to do a quick run through. So, understanding commodities. What are commodities? Commodities refer to any raw material or any primary agricultural product that can be bought or sold. So for simplicity's sake, I broke this down to 3 categories. The first one we'll be looking at will be metals, and being Asian, I love my gold. So first one we'll be looking at gold. So gold is a precious metal. But it's not the only one in this category. It has its friends, its sister is silver. It has its friends as platinum and palladium. And gold is also used as a hedge against inflation, times of instability, may it be political or may it be financial instability. So the next one we'll be looking at would be industry metals. Industry metals are the ones consisting of copper, tin, iron, nickel, zinc, you name it. These ones are the ones that are more into, for example, infrastructure building, for example, city building. So these are the ones that get affected when, for example, maybe 2 years ago, when China was growing, expanding ridiculously fast. So what happened was the price of copper went up due to the need for more wiring in the apartments, more wiring in the buildings, more telecommunications, more wires underground. So that's why the price of copper goes up. So this is a direct relationship with the economy. The next one we'll be looking at would be agriculture. Agriculture also includes commodities. We'll be looking at sugar, coffee, wheat, soya, corn. These are just a few of the examples that we will be looking at and targeting at. So I know that some of you guys will probably have the relation that it's just for domestic consumption. Well, that's not the case because corn itself has many products. You can make cosmetics, you can make ethanol, you can make, what else can you make it for? Popcorn, whatever. So, besides popcorn, there are many things basically you can do with corn as well. So that's why commodities is such a big, huge thing right now. Moving on, we have the third thing, which is energy. As you can see there, that's West Texas oil field. So what we have is the WTI, which is the West Texas Intermediate. We have the Brent crude. We have the heating oil. We have natural gas as well. These are all used in everyday life. For example, electricity, you need to burn fuel. For example, say natural gas and going back to Brent as well, you need them for petrol as well. So everything that needs fuel to function has to do with energy. I forgot who we are. Hi, my name is Brian, and he's Christian, and together we are fund managers for the MUTIS Commodity Fund. So just a brief background about us. I'm second year in IFI, International Business Finance and Economics, while Christian here is second year in Econs and Finance. So I have about a 4-year background of trading. I started 4 to 5 years ago. I started with FX trading, live trading, and mostly intraday trading with technical analysis, and going on to fundamental support as well. Then slowly I moved on because it was too fast for me. I moved on to equities, and right now I have my small portfolio I can call my own, made of bond funds, made of funds, made of some equities, made of some commodities, made of FX as well, just like this. And I had a short job placement at Credit Suisse where I spent my time in credit advisory and risk management. But during that time there, I also had some experience in the commodities and the FX sector as well. As for Christian here, he spent his time in Maybank, Singapore, where he spent his time in corporate banking. So what he specializes is he has a very special set of skills. Right, he's actually very specialized in Singapore market equities, and his portfolio, live portfolio as well, includes of rates, includes of real estate, includes of oil and gas as well. So these are the places where he actually specializes in. Alright, just a background about commodities. I don't want to bore you too much. So why did the whole commodity futures thing come about? It was actually because of people, but farmers. Farmers wanting to have fixed prices for whatever produce that they made, fixed prices for whatever they could harvest. So what happened was the concept of futures came out by giving the farmers a price that they could know at this present point of time. At the same time, the producers could buy something, consumers could buy something 2 years later for the same price as well. So both the consumer and the producer would know the price that they were willing to pay and the price that they were willing to get, which reduced the whole price volatility, which reduced price fluctuations. And that's how we come about with commodity futures. So current impact of commodities. I guess I've said pretty much just now. Commodities has been everywhere. It's everywhere. I mean, from the time you step out of your home, from the time you're at home at least, you use the electricity, you use the heating systems, it consumes energy, which is all in that matter. And then when you get out of, no, when you eat your breakfast, you consume cereal as well. You consume livestock, which is part of, which takes animal feed, which is made of corn as well. So all these things are all very related, and understanding commodities will actually give you a whole global perspective of everything that's happening in the current market. So, this is again why commodities, because it's huge, it's everywhere, it matters to everything. Nothing can function without commodities, and nothing can function without commodities, and yeah, that's probably it. Alright, the more important part now, what we'll do. We'll actually help you understand how the current market demands have an impact on commodities and vice versa, because this is more of a teaching thing. And secondly, we'll probably use a fundamental analysis to understand how commodities react to different stimuli, such as weather, localized, globalized, political instability. And we'll do this through the Bloomberg, Reuters, I mean, whatever news that we can get our hands on that's credible. And we'll support using technical analysis. I know this, to those who do not understand, might sound like a crazy thing to you, but believe me, it's really, as the previous guy said, it's 5 minutes. Right? So support using technical analysis. And as you can see there in the chart, it's actually, if you can see the chart, it's actually a silver chart with Fibonacci, with resistance, with levels of support, and some other technical indicators which I'm trying to scare you with. But it's all good. Once you come to us, we'll help you get along with your way, and definitely we can progress from there. But the main important point for our fund, at least, is that we want to provide a learning ground. We want this to be a learning platform. I mean, we are students. We don't know much at all. So, I mean, with the little experience that we have. So, we are all here to learn. We are getting people who have the same ideas, with the same intentions together, so that we can all flourish together. So, without further ado, I'll pass my time to Christian, who's going to talk to you about data core.
Hi guys, I'm Christian, and why should we be interested in all this? Basically, money. All of us want to earn money, and there's a lot of money to be made in the commodity market. As you know, there's over 7 billion people right now in the world, and that's a lot of mouths to feed. And corn is one of the most basic, probably most important commodity as well. As you can see, there's over a quarter of an item in the supermarket is corn-based products, be it your breakfast cereal, or your cosmetics, toiletries, you name it, they have corn in it. Not only that, corn is also used as feed for your livestock. So you can see the relation over there. If the prices of corn go up, the prices of your livestock go up. And that's where you guys will come in to earn money from these changes. Here's a real life example of the US drought back in July, which actually caused prices of corn to increase. Yeah. And enough about that. More on the structure of our team. We're actually going to adopt a flat hierarchy structure, which is something that Brian brought over from his Credit Suisse experience. So you guys can actually approach us anytime, whether you have questions or you want to come up with your own ideas, you can just and we'll be breaking you guys into 3 teams. So team 1, which would be your metal team, team 2, agriculture, and team 3, your energy team. And let's dig a little deeper into the teams. It's a very basic schematic of what we're going to do. You have your analysts, for those who do not know too much about trading or commodities. And you actually learn to analyze information and make something out of it. And once you've gotten the hang of that, you could become a risk manager where you actually allocate risk into the portfolio. And at the top of the apex, once you have received enlightenment, you actually become a trader where actually you decide what you want to trade on. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Before we end this presentation, these slides were created for basically easy understanding. So I mean, there's bound to be more than this, but it's the very basic structure of how things are going to be run. So if you guys are interested, do come down to talk to us after the break. And for us, the KPI, our key performance index, is not really so much about how we make. Obviously, it's good to make something, but more of it is that we want you guys to have a good learning experience, and that's probably our main KPI. So thank you for listening, and I hope you guys do come down and find us after the break. Thank you.